Yo, is this better?
I think you're good now.
Yeah?
Yes.
My fucking stupid ass didn't plug it in.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a few weeks.
I don't even know how to put my headphones back on, bro. There we go.
It's been a few weeks. Man.
Yeah. I don't even think we talked about my Disney World trip, bro.
No,
did we?
we got a lot to talk
Oh my
about,
gosh.
man. We got the birthday.
We ain't even got no time limit. It's
No,
early.
we don't, right? It is pretty early. Welcome back to the Excess Podcast.
Yeah.
This is episode 9.
Oh, episode 9.
We still not in the double digits.
Not yet, man. Something always comes up, man.
But you know, it feels nice to give it some time. At first, it was like we had so much to say because there was so much going on.
Yeah.
And now we're in like an observation mode. You know, everything's like happened and we're all like just observing and like
and I think
living.
we're learning more and like what to save for the next podcast, you know?
Yeah.
Because like at first we kind of just wrote down a bunch of different topics.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, yeah, let's talk about all this shit.
Sometimes we didn't even hit those topics.
Week 1, yeah, we got through like 3 things
Yeah.
out of like 10. So then it just, I don't know. I think the more we do it, the more we kind of just figure it out.
Yeah.
Say fucking Pawtucket, bro.
Fuck it, Pawtucket.
You know?
That's why we from the bucket.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from Attleboro. But yeah, man, I went to fucking Disney World.
Yeah, how was that, bro?
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was
Disney
really cool.
in the pandemic? No, it's not a pandemic anymore.
I mean, it is.
It's still?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you had to wear a mask in the park, and I mean, it had to cover your nose. You know, if you're on a ride, and you know how they take your picture on the ride sometimes.
Yeah.
If your mask went below your nose, they're not gonna let you get your picture.
Oh, crazy.
Mm-hmm. So they like if you had if your mask went below your nose, they would make like a general statement about everyone needing their masks on.
Yeah, like
You
they
know.
sub you.
Yeah, like they.
This Twitterology.
Yeah, like you added me or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't just go, you need to put your mask on.
Yeah.
They make a general statement because
Please put your mask on.
please keep in mind everyone needs to have their masks on and blah, 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 you know? Because,
Okay,
like,
okay.
I hear at Disney World you have to, like, the people that work there, if they see a piece of trash on the ground, they have to pick it up and put it in a trash barrel, but they have to do it gracefully. So they have to do, like, a little twirl or like a quick little dance, reach down and scoop it up type of shit.
Just like
So-
the Running Man.
Yeah, something
And
as
then
long as
pick
they
that
scoop
shit
it up,
up.
yeah.
Word.
So they're not going to just come right at you. It's like, you're not trying to start no fight with them fucking, I don't know, Disney World dads. You know?
Disney
call
World dads.
Disney World dads, yeah.
Did you encounter one? No.
Nah, well, I mean, my girl experienced a little bit of the hate
Mm.
in at Hollywood Studios because she was talking in Spanish. My girl's Puerto Rican. That's why I got this Puerto Rico hat, bro. It's
Yes.
the World Baseball Classic. I got permission because
La
my girl's
patria,
Puerto
la
Rican
patria.
and my stepkid's a Puerto Rican, so I'm allowed to wear it.
Nice.
But nah, she experienced a little bit of hate. She was in line for a ride, and there was like a older white couple behind her, and she was talking to the kids in Spanish and talking to somebody else in Spanish, and then like she was waiting for me to get off of a ride, so she was kept switching places with people in line.
Yeah.
Like she would go back and let somebody go where she was so that she could still stay close to her position in line. You know what I mean? And these people got fucking mad at her, you know, and just started talking all sorts of shit.
Oh my
you know.
God.
Yeah. And my girl, she's not a very, she's not a mean person, you know? So, like, don't attack somebody you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it's like for somebody to pick on you because of your language or your skin color or whatever. But you know what pisses me off is a lot of people think that if you're speaking Spanish, you're Mexican. They just assume, right?
They just assume.
And they
that
tell
it's
you, go back to your fucking country. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Puerto Rico part of the U.S., bro.
Facts.
If you live in Puerto Rico and you get a passport, that motherfucker says United States of America. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, people are so fucking ignorant, and people don't give the people don't take the time to learn.
To learn that it's not all like that.
The culture is awesome. Like, I love different cultures, man. But I mean, maybe I'm a little different because I grew up around like Latinos and, you know, Cape Verdean or Haitian or whatever. You know, I grew up around a whole bunch of different people, and but like the culture is great. We were in Kissimmee, and there was this food truck world.
That's heavy in the Rican side.
Yeah, she loved it, bro.
Yeah,
she was like,
yeah.
"Wow, this feels like home."
Mm.
You know, because she was in Puerto Rico for a while, but we're in the food truck world, and they had like all sorts of
Did
shit.
you get the
bro.
pinchos?
No, I didn't. I got a tripleta.
Oh,
bomb.
tripleta's bomb.
And I said it right. Yeah, it was bomb. But my stepson got like a mofongo burger.
Oh, nice.
So instead of buns on the burger, it was fucking mofongo.
Oh my god.
Thing was huge, bro. And
must have been bomb.
yeah, everything was so good, you know. But like, the culture is totally different, you know.
Yeah.
But they still part of the U.S. But for people to pick on someone, or be rude, like, first off, you're in motherfucking Disney World.
Yeah.
Don't be a cock. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. We all here for the same fucking reason. You know, and like, we all paid for our tickets. You know, like, just have fun.
Yeah.
You know, don't talk shit to somebody because they speak another language. Matter of fact, fuck you for not learning another language.
Ooh.
You know, people that learn 2 languages, you know how intelligent that is?
Mm.
Think about it, bro. Like, I know a decent amount of Spanish, but I don't know enough to like have a full on conversation. But your brain, like my brain, I know a lot of fucking English words. But if you're Spanish, bro, you know English words and Spanish words.
Yeah, and
you know?
some of them are derivatives of other languages. So then, if you read a word in Italian, not all of them, but some of them do have like a Spanish.
Yeah, like amore, right?
Yeah, facts. Many, and Portuguese is the same way. They have a lot of Spanish like root words. You know what I'm saying? That then stem off. Latin words are the same. I think a lot of them just become Latin, right? Like that's like the mother language.
But I mean,
Roman language.
You got like a huge capacity that your brain can hold, and if you can learn another language, like,
there's people that know like 5 languages.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy.
That is actually pretty crazy.
There's a baseball player, Xander Bogarts, plays for the Red Sox. He's from, I want to say he's from Curacao, but he represents like the Netherlands in the WBC. I think there's like a few countries that are technically part of the Netherlands that are, I don't know. But anyways, he knows like English, Spanish, Dutch, and shit like that, you know? And he's this fucking 20-something-year-old baseball player.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? Like, so just expand your mind. Yeah, some people know fucking 7, 10 languages.
That makes me think of this quote I read recently that like really got me inspired. It was like, it wasn't recently, but it said, the person that reads lives 1,000 lives. And when I first read it, I was like, like, you don't live 1,000 lives, you know? But I'm like as I started like letting that quote kind of sit in my mind more, like I started realizing that it meant that like people that write are leaving behind their perspective and their insight on print, you know? And so reading it is like taking a piece of that experience, that human experience, and bringing it into your own reality. You know what I'm saying? Like reading into their perspective and then bringing that home. Because I read a book a few years ago, and that's exactly what I felt, but I couldn't put it into a poetic sense. Like it was just like, oh, I felt like I'm just like, this guy's telling me a story, you know? And it was like I was really aware and like in the book because it felt like I was being spoken to like that, like a story. Cool. And I started reading recently this new book, 1984. I don't know if you've ever heard.
I've heard of it.
Bro.
A lot of schools make you read that. The world was supposed to end or something, right?
It's like in the future, like it's supposed to be a future society called, there's like new countries and shit. It's not nothing from like this time. but they have this new language called Newspeak, and and they have this thing called the Thought Police, right? And apparently there's like a government in place, and they call it Big Brother.
Yes.
And like Big Brother is like watching at all moments, and like people can't write, right? So there's no more books. They basically erase history, and and people aren't allowed to write because they consider that communicating with the future.
Okay. That makes sense.
And then and so it became illegal. So even like having pen stains on your finger would be like a sign.
Oh shit.
That you up to no good because you're not. They don't sell pens and shit like that. It's an interesting shit going on. Like there's like this thought police, and they can erase you.
That is interesting though. Writing is communicating with the future.
Bro, it's pretty beautiful, right?
I didn't even think about that.
It's like reading that passage in the book hit me because that went beyond the book. That was like a perspective of that author that he put into the book that made me be like, there's other gems. You know what I'm saying? Like if I read deeper, there are other gems in this writing behind the story, you know.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing made me think of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah?
Yeah, you were saying
Talking about languages.
Oh, languages,
in
yes,
your brain.
yes. Yeah, it's beautiful, bro. Language is a beautiful thing. And then I was talking with an artist the other day. We were at the studio, and it's kind of beautiful to think, right, that like if we remain silent, the air itself doesn't communicate anything other than sound, like or footsteps, right?
True.
But we, like, our bodies are designed to turn the silence into sound. Into, I mean, I don't know. My spiritual side wants to think that it's because we were made to praise and worship, so we turn silence into, praise. But like, it's just magical, regardless. Like, just from the fact that like, we can turn air into melody, into vibration.
Yeah.
That we then understand. Like, it's just,
which is cool.
And all these sounds, we
like
arrange
Swahili
them.
Or something.
But we it's like language is like the same thing, but like, English is probably like Russian upside down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like similar sounds that like overlap at moments because they have the same, like, car can be two different things, and over here, like buscar is like go get in Puerto Rico, so car, right? But car over here is like car, and then car in whatever other country could mean other things. So it's just it's magical how it's sound that we understand in different ways.
Yeah, it's cool. Like they go, we're gonna call this a phone, and somebody else in another language.
Teléfono.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I guess technically it's a telephone in English, right?
Yeah, or cell phone, celular. Yeah,
so like somebody looked at it and was like, oh, fuck it. We're going to call it this.
Right.
That's just how your language is,
It's
interesting.
Crazy. And it's been here since all of us.
The Neanderthals, bro.
The Neanderthals.
Spoke to cavemen and shit.
Oh, that's what they called that civilization.
Yeah, cavemen or Neanderthals.
Oh.
I think.
That's why I heard somebody use it as an insult, and I was like, what the hell's a Neanderthal?
Yeah, like they didn't have brains or whatever.
They
had brains, but they didn't have like supposedly like language and shit. They communicated with symbols like But yeah. But they found like drawings in caves, like symbols, people drew stuff. So if that's how they communicated.
You think that dude was drawing it thinking, this is going to be here forever? Like,
no, he was probably like, yo, I'm trying to holler at her, so I want
to impress her.
Draw her a nice picture.
I drew buffalo. You know what I'm saying? I always picture a buffalo and a bunch of like stick figures like trying to kill it.
With a club. Like a giant fucking... A giant leg, right? Like a big giant chicken bone kind of club,
You could use the bones.
Yeah, they probably use bones, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Sharpen them.
Ooh.
Have you seen some of the shit that people can make in jail?
I've seen somebody make
Bro.
ramen noodles with like a whole lasagna, I think it was, and
Bro.
that was pretty mind blowing.
Some of the shit people can make is fucking
There's a book
crazy.
out there actually.
Oh, yeah?
I definitely remember. I think it was written by I don't quote maybe, Ice-T.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Or some celebrity wrote a
Ice-T.
book about foods that could be made in jail.
Oh, yeah?
I remember it was like an article somewhere I read once.
My tattoo artist told me that the way that that jail tattoo ink is made. I mean, he's got like all sorts of history, you know. Like if you're in your trade and you got so much history on it, like you look shit up, right?
Yeah.
So I guess they take like a candle, right, and you wrap a piece of paper around the candle. So like the top of the candle is here, right, and you got the paper above it, and you wrap it. All the soot gets fucking stuck to the paper, right? Because it's the smoke's coming up
Okay.
and it's sticking to the paper.
Okay.
And then they mix it with like shampoo, and it forms a fucking like a liquid. Because shampoo's a liquid, right?
Yeah.
It forms a liquid, and it takes all that black color from the soot,
Yeah.
and that's how they make that's how they get tattoo ink and shit.
So
That's crazy, right?
So they just tattooing
Yeah.
shampoo,
Pretty
tinted
much.
shampoo.
Pretty much.
That's crazy.
That's cool, right?
That is cool.
And they make like tattoo guns out of like a guitar string and like a cassette tape player. A cassette player because it's got the little wheels, right? So it spins.
Yeah.
So you just make the mechanism. You find a fucking guitar string or I don't know, something sharp, you know, and connect it to it, and when you hit the play button it fucking spins around. And the way you can make something go up and down powered by a circle, you know?
Yeah.
However, whatever you do, like you make some sort of connection to it. So imagine you got the tape deck going, and you got this thing moving up and down, and boom. Like some of the shit people can come up with when they have nothing to do but think is pretty fucking incredible.
Wow.
You know, I watch a lot of shows on like
What do they do in jail?
National Geographic and fucking I don't know. For some reason stuff like that interests me. Just
I fuck with the
I like to
National
hear
Geographic
history. You know, I like to learn about history.
Mm.
And there's one show on Nat Geo. It's called Trafficked, with this little Portuguese lady, Mariana Van Zeller, and she follows along with people that are like smuggling drugs or she's like a
she's in there.
She's a little small little white girl.
Okay.
Yeah, and
she's interviewing them, and they have like ski
Yeah.
masks on and shit.
Yeah.
I've seen this. What's it called?
Trafficked.
Oh, okay, yeah, I did see a clip on this.
And like she goes into all this stuff, and she shows you like how fake money's made, bro. Like these people pick up the people had a printing press in like a shopping mall, and they would go there at night, and they would just fucking print off the money, you know, and then they would give it to the next guy, and he would do all the detail work. You know what I mean? And it's like to see how everything is made is fucking crazy. And like the copyright game,
That's crazy.
is so fucking.
How are they making money like that? I was watching. My girl put me on some what's it called, Good Girls. Or she watches Good Girls, and I walk in, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And she told me about it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess it has to do with printing money.
So you be watching Good Girls, bro?
No, I be watching my girl watch.
Oh, all right, that's a better answer. I don't even know what it is. So I'm over here talking shit.
But yeah, that's what it made me think of. I'm like, damn, so people printing money, man. That's crazy.
But yeah, like think about it. If you got so much time to study something, you can draw. You're an artist. You don't have to look at something to draw it, right? It's in your head.
Yeah.
Now imagine if you just focused on this shit day after day after day. You pay attention to all the little tiny fucking details.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you just perfect it. You try it. You learn different ways. Like they make the money texture. Like
Okay.
you know how money feels different than paper.
And this dude draws it.
No, he uses different things like toothbrushes
Oh shoot.
to get texture on it and stuff like that. And they put stuff on it to get it to smell like money. It's crazy. It's really, really cool.
Yo, that's actually pretty interesting. Money does have a smell.
Yeah. And there was one on drugs. I want to say it was like, excuse me, it was like meth or heroin or something. And this dude, his day job was a chemist.
Whoa.
And at night, he was fucking making drugs for the cartel. And like he knew what chemicals worked with what, and all that shit. But these people are all doing this to make extra money so that they can take care of their families, you know. And the person who brought it over to the U.S., they had the package that was like vacuum sealed, and then they wrapped it in like it was like I want to say it was like honey, coffee, and mustard. And they just like lathered the whole fucking package in it so that the dogs couldn't smell it, because those scents were more powerful together than the fucking drug scent was.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? So like they learn things.
That's crazy. Coffee, honey,
and mustard.
And mustard.
Have you ever
Honey
smelled
smells?
Have you ever smelled raw honey?
No.
Get some raw honey. It's got a
that's interesting.
pretty potent smell to it.
Is it sweet? Like, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because like mustard can hit you like almost like ammonia. Like you get that little bit like, ooh, that's mustard.
And coffee's mad smelly too.
Coffee got that.
But they made
pungent.
it like liquidy.
Okay.
You know, like I started brewing my own beer because I mean I love beer. You know, I'm drinking some fucking beer right now. But
Scottsdale.
Nah, it was like my girl and the kids got me a fucking home brew kit for my birthday.
Okay, nice.
And I just turned
Happy
34,
birthday,
bro.
happy birthday.
Thanks, man. Oof, 34. Yikes. But nah, and it came with like a pre-mix of malt, barley, and hops. Like it was already there. You just had to
try it out,
warm up the can, and do a process. You put it in the water and mix it and all sorts of shit. And as I'm pouring it out, it smelled like honey, bro, like raw honey. So it was like this wicked sweet smell. You know?
That's interesting.
Yeah, and then you put like some yeast in the top, and you close it, and then the yeast eats the sugars and ferments everything. It's cool. So Thursday I get to taste test it, see if it's ready.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
How long does the whole process?
It's like this particular one is 14 days. Then you bottle it. You put like a little carbon. So I guess when I go to taste it on Thursday, it's if it tastes sweet, I gotta keep it in for like another 4 days, and if it tastes like flat beer, then it's ready to be bottled. So once it's ready to be bottled, you take these little drops they give you. Oh, they're like little like tablets they give you. You put it in the bottle, and they're called Carbonation Tablets.
Oh,
so it's like sodium and whatever else.
And that's what gives it the fizz?
Yeah, exactly. So then you bottle it. They give you a whole bunch of bottles with it. So you pour it in and put it in the fridge for like 2 days. And then you try it. And if it's good, you bottle the rest. But if it's, you bottle everything all at once. But put one in the fridge, and when you take it out and you try it, if it's good, you put everything else in. If not, you leave them in the bottles to sit for like another week so that it can continue to do the
like
fermenting and stuff, yeah. So everything's a process, bro. So like these guys that are doing all this shit, they're going through all these processes to try to figure shit out, you know? Like what works, what doesn't work.
Wow.
People are fucking super creative.
Yeah, and it all takes dedication, bro.
Yeah. You
got to commit to see it through, yo. Like, you got to wait 2 weeks to get your own beer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. 2 gallons.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's cool. I can't wait. I hope you enjoy it.
Thanks, man.
I almost want to give it a taste, even though I can't, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, you could try like a little bit.
I'll take a little bit.
Like
I
little
drank
shot.
wine for the first time in like a year and a half, bro.
Oh, shoot.
And that shit hit me.
Yeah?
It was like a little cup like this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like that much. and it was like, wow.
Made you sleep good.
Yeah, I
Right?
felt very like at ease. I was like, wow,
Mm.
I haven't felt that in a minute.
Yeah. But wine's a process too, bro. That's a long fucking process.
Really.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
the older the better, right?
yeah.
That's the whole thing. Is that the same with all liquor, beer things?
I don't know about beer, but I guess like whiskey and
I
like
heard that with
hard
whiskey.
alcohol, like
Okay.
the older it is, I don't know if it like ferments longer or if it just absorbs certain things and tastes better or whatever. But I went when I was in Cali in 2019. I went to Napa Valley
Mm.
and I had a buddy. You know Ricardo, right? Little ass Ricardo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. His brother lives up in Northern Cali, and he ended up getting us to go to uh, a vineyard, like a winemaking, you know. And we didn't make it, but we got to do a tour of it and to see how like they have all their different kind of grape trees or their grape plants or whatever.
Mm.
And I guess it takes years for the grapes to like they'll grow, you pull them, they grow again, and so on, year after year after year. But it takes like years for the grapes to reach their potential.
Mm.
I guess.
That's
The
crazy.
Yeah, I would have to look
But
it
do
up.
they like? Are they like? Do they harvest
Yeah.
every year? But there's one year
Yeah.
that it's ready.
But
type of shit?
after like 6 or 7 years, that's when they're like the best.
Oh,
Something along that
interesting.
line. Don't quote me on the time, but I'll try to find the information for you.
Yeah, that
But
sounds interesting. That's cool.
yeah, it's interesting, right? So, but to see the whole process and how they have to put it in the big like a vat, I guess, you know, the shit that you seen Beer Fest, or whatever that Farva fell into. And anyways, they're like these big giant tanks, and how they go through the process. And there's the barrels that they showed us had these. They call them bungs. They're like a plug
Okay, I've seen
that
the
goes
plugs.
in it, and if you they can take the plug out and they can try it, and if it tastes good or bad, whatever, they can add more sugar or whatever they need to it to make it where it needs to be, you know.
But how? So fermenting happens, like it gets old.
I guess it's when like the yeah the yeah I
Like
know
the
with
sugar
the-
gets old.
yeah the yeast eats the sugar, or
Oh, okay.
I don't know if
so
it's
like a
I don't know
combination
if it's
of all
specifically yeast, but yeah, something ferments it. But like they 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 make it in jails, bro.
of that shit.
They have a name for it too, but they use like
Bail.
toilet water,
Bajail.
old fruit,
Toilet water and old fruit. I could see the old fruit. Yeah.
old fruit. They got toilets in their room, right? So they got access to water.
They just eat old ass
Yeah, what do they call
orange peels.
it? He's stupid, bro. Yeah, there's a name for it, but I don't. Hooch. They call it hooch. Bro, I'm telling you. Listen, I'm full of a bunch of random shit. I told you. But like,
Nah,
I
I believe you. That's
hooch, yeah.
that's funny, yo. I fuck with that.
See, I like to watch all this shit, and I read articles all the time, because you never know what you're going to learn, bro.
That is funny, yo.
And just
Hooch.
try to, people work out,
You
work
never
the
know
arms out. I
hooch
work
you're
my
gonna
brain
learn.
out. Yeah, I don't know how I remembered that shit, but hooch. Yeah.
That's some funny shit. Yo,
Yo.
Tio Biden coming through with the stimulus.
Yo, I'm about to get my shit tomorrow. I checked.
Yes. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna save some. I'm gonna invest some in the stock market.
Yeah.
Try to make my funds more, cause
I'm going to try and put half away. And I'm going to spend half of the other half. I'm going to spend a quarter of it on some shit.
yeah.
Might put it towards my puppy. I got a puppy on the way.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Something,
Yeah.
some what's it called? Self-care.
Yeah, maybe I'll do like a surf and turf dinner or something.
Mm.
But yeah. So I mean, for me personally, money's a little on the tight side. We talked a few weeks ago, but I lost my job. That shit sucks.
Damn.
Corporate world.
Mm-hmm.
My company got bought out by a corporate company, and you're expendable. Is that the right word I'm looking for?
Yeah, yeah.
They just, you don't want to do something that they want you to do. Adios.
Damn.
You know, but they told me mine was a position elimination. You know, so luckily they gave me a little bit of money and I'm able to collect.
Nice.
You know, until I can find something. Had a job interview today, so I'm not being one of them lazy ass people, but I'm not gonna just settle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
There's got to be opportunities out there.
Yeah.
Opening up, you know what I'm saying?
you know, I got a pretty diverse skill set. You know, from physical stuff to fucking operations manager, which I was at the last job. You know,
Nice.
so trying to get the bag, but at the same time, I want to make sure it's good. You know, but now that I am not getting as much, I guess you could say. I mean, I'm pretty damn close, but
Yeah.
but I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get a job. I don't know what I'm gonna be able to find. I've been kind of like cheap.
Yeah.
You know, I got more
You
money.
just by the means, right? That's how I was living for
Yeah.
a couple. Bro, when I first bought the crib, bro, I did the craziest thing, but I went part-time for a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
To hustle
I
at the
remember.
studio.
Yeah.
And bro, let me tell you, bro, that shit was it really gave me appreciation for people that do it full time, bro, because you really gotta focus, commit every day. You gotta grind, you gotta get it how you can. And that's like that kind of like was born in me through that experience, you know?
Right.
Like I was like, "Oh, I see, man. Like you can't chill cuz those bills come in,
Yeah.
you know, every month." And it was like it was just motivation sometimes, but
Yeah.
then sometimes it's kind of like, "Oh shit.
Yeah.
What
Like,
would happen if things change? Like, how can I adapt and keep that? You know what I'm saying?"
yeah, you know, I felt like a shithead because I'm like, damn, I got my girl and the stepkids. They don't by any means rely on me for money. You know, my girl's super smart and, you know, she's got a good job and all that, but, you know, so they don't need my money per se. But I still felt like a piece of shit, like, because I'm 34. I got my first job when I was 14. So up until
Man, you've
it's
been grinding.
I got my first job at Domino's Pizza when I was 14. I made $6.75 an hour. That was minimum wage.
Damn.
So I've been working for 20 years.
Since 14.
I've been working longer than I haven't been working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, I don't got a job. What the fuck, man? There was only like maybe a 2-week period in my entire life since I started working that I had no job. And I've had a steady job for the last fucking, I don't know, 10 years. It's been 10 years since I haven't had some, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, it kind of felt like,
They're throwing you out in the wild.
yeah, like, damn, what am I going to do? Like, I need a purpose. Like, is work my purpose? Like, no, it's not. But work allows me to fund my life, you know, until I can figure other shit out, you know. I belong to this Discord, the Wealth Squad.
Yeah.
So, dude, we've talked about it. This dude, Chris Johnson on Instagram, he kind of like helps people learn about money and learn about the stock market and businesses and stuff. You can buy classes, whatever, but it's like a big Discord. Everybody talks about a bunch of stuff, and he explains that you can have your 9 to 5, you can make your money, but find a side hustle to pay for something. So let's say your car payment is $250 a month. Find a side hustle that you can do to make $250 to pay for your shit. That's one bill gone. Find another side hustle that, let's say your electric bill is $150. Find a side hustle where your electric bill is paid for. And all your other shit, and your rent is paid for, you know, shit like that. So then all the money you're getting from your 9 to 5, that's your money. Because you never know when your money's going to be cut off. So if you can maximize your time on your own time, you know, because let's say you work 8 hours, right? And there's how many left in the day? 16? Something like that?
Yeah.
You got 16 hours to figure something out, bro. if 8 hours of your day was for a job, why can't you take 3 or 4 hours of your own time to make your own money that you can constantly grind at and get? Like, you got the studio, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's your own time, and you work a full fucking job.
Yeah.
And you asked me at the studio till like 11 o'clock, midnight, just fucking grinding. You there
Just
Saturdays
grinding.
and stuff, like, yo, I can't chill today. Or tomorrow is Sunday, I can't do nothing because I got to be at the studio at 9. Like, bro, who the fuck does that? You know? But that's the thing.
But that's the
It's
grind.
a grind.
It's the
And it's
grind, yo.
And
And you gotta love it, or it's gotta be something that you enjoy.
Something that you enjoy, yeah.
So that it doesn't feel like a grind.
Right.
But it is your body feels it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like you're not just like mindless. You're
Mhm.
always working. It might not be a physical labor, but at the end of the day, like thinking about so much sound, your ears get tired. And you always got to be creative and think of new things. So your mind has always got to be on that, like, wow,
Mhm.
like let's be imaginative. Let's explore.
Yeah.
But then by the end of the day, it's kind of like
Yeah, it's exhausting.
you're like, ooh, I need to like. Sometimes I honestly like, as I love music, but my car rides be quiet sometimes, bro. And it's like
It's
awesome.
good for you. Yeah, right?
That's why I end up talking to myself sometimes. But it's nice. Like I'll be driving, and just the silence and just me being able to just reflect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's nice. And then you put on a little music, and it's like, I'm in. It changes the entire environment.
Mhm.
You know,
But that shit pays for stuff, bro.
it does.
Like,
It pays for itself,
You-
thank God. Which is like the like my first goal was always that
yeah.
I could at least have a studio that pays for itself, so that I can just show up and do my thing too.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
you know, and then little by little, like the commitment and you dedicating that time to it, making yourself available for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
because then it's also like you gotta also balance, you know, relationships that you have and some me time.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
there's always a little bit of that too, and you know, like it becomes fun because you enjoy it and you know that, oh, I can do this and make money, but I can also just enjoy time, and I know I have that still.
Yeah.
You know, you can just go back to that and hustle.
Right.
You know, like the
Yeah,
last
it's
couple
cool.
days I've taken a few days off, just mentally, because I've been going hard on a lot of things. And I released this video, you know, and I was like, let me
Yeah,
just
it's dope.
not push
Yeah.
too much. Just
You got 1,000 views in day one, bro.
bro, like that's
Brag,
the
man.
first-
Fucking brag. Fuck out of here.
That's the
Stop being so
first
humble.
time, bro. That shit, I couldn't believe it, bro.
That's dope.
I woke up and it was 40 views, and I was like, no way. Who's watching it at mid? It's got to be from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then like a few hours later, 100, 300. It was going up like 3 views a minute, bro.
That's awesome.
And I just was like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
But shout out to everybody who's watching.
Yeah, facts. I got that exclusive fucking sneak peek, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit
Hey,
was like...
God is good, yo. I can't believe that, but I'm happy, man. That makes me feel like, damn, like, you know, like there is that payout.
Yeah,
you
so
know,
all
of,
that
like,
all that grind that you're putting in, people
Mhm.
are fucking
yeah,
watching.
and at first, you know, I'm telling you, when I was trying to put this album together, a part of me was like, no one's gonna want to hear slow jams and vibes. Everybody wants to turn up. You know, that's always been the way I thought people, you know, would receive it. But since I stopped worrying about it, bro, and I just
Yeah.
let it be what it is,
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, it's just magic, yo.
That's
I feel,
cool,
you know,
bro.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Feels pretty good, man. And then Priscilla's video is doing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's at 20K, bro.
Wow, that's awesome.
She put it on some ads like to on YouTube.
Mhm.
Like, you know how they come on at the end of a video?
Yeah.
Bro, the clicks have been crazy.
So-
bro. It's like,
For the people that don't know, can you explain how a view happens? Like, if I watch a video 5 times under my login for my fucking Instagram or my YouTube or whatever, it only counts as 1, correct?
I think it has to do with IP addresses.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so it logs unique IPs. And I'm sure that at some point, if you watch it over and over and over on your phone, at some point they must count it again. but I don't know if it's like after like if every view it counts. You know, I know that I don't watch my I watch my videos. I might watch it 3-4 times when I first release it.
Mm-hmm.
When like I'll be watching it, looking at things, just making sure like, and I don't see the counts go up the amount of times I watch it.
Yeah.
And that's easy to tell because it's early when there's like no views.
Yeah.
You know, like if I'm watching it 10 times, it should say 10 views.
Agreed.
And it don't. You know.
So to get 20,000 views, or to get 1,000 views in one day, that's almost
at
like
least 1,000 devices. We would have to say.
Cool.
If we were to assume that it's not people, and it's just bots, but
that's cool.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
It's cool, man. It just shows you that hard work. You know, it takes a lot, man. You've been grinding for quite a while. You know.
Yeah, that's facts. And bro, I'm telling you, these songs sound so good, man. Like, I'll be listening to it, not even believing it's me, and it's bizarre.
That's cool.
It's like because some of the songs are older. And I've not outlived, but like sometimes when the songs are done in my heart, that stage in my life or that episode is something that I've come to terms with or I've been able to, deal with. And so the song for me is like closures, different moments of closure in my life. That's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so hearing it all back, some of it is like things I dealt with already, but just listening to it all as an experience is like, damn, like I know that's me, like my body made that.
Yeah.
But it's like, is it really me? It's like I'm channeling something else that's coming through me.
Mm-hmm.
So when I listen to it outside of that state of mind, it doesn't feel like me, the tangible. It feels like something from the ethereal that made its way into our reality. You know, it's kind of fucking weird.
Kind of like the Forever Yours videos and shit on YouTube. How they got like collectively like 3 million fucking views.
That's ridiculous.
That's kind of crazy, right?
Shout out to everybody, man. I can't believe that either, bro.
That's one of my fucking jams, though, bro. That's classic.
Yeah, it's just like life hits you sometimes, man. Like it hits you. Like lately, it's been hitting me on how much work I've been putting in, because I'm gonna take a little hiatus, and it's gonna be the first time in a very long time that I haven't been trying to constantly push a song out or like, I'm just gonna take a break.
Hell yeah.
And I'm gonna see how this work is gonna flourish, but seeing that it's almost like the right amount of reassurance that I needed, bro.
That's cool.
Just and seeing it happen, I was like, whoa, okay, like, ooh, like, okay, people want it, Which I'm gonna give you that. If that's what you want, I'm gonna give you that. But that's just because I'm excited right
now. But yeah, so like the making money point, right? That dude that I was telling you about, he posted something the other day, like one of the stocks that he owns, the amount of stocks that he owns, the amount of shares he owns of that particular stock, pays him an annual dividend of like $49,000. So like some stocks some companies at the end of their fiscal years or quarters, they have a lot of this leftover money, and they decide to pay their investors. They decide to pay all the shareholders.
Yeah.
So this dude owns.
That makes sense. That's why I've seen some dividends.
Yeah. So this dude owns enough shares to where he don't ever have to sell those shares. And he can sit on them, and they're going to pay him $48K a year, bro, just for owning them, So like me, I own Coca-Cola shares. Not a lot, because, I'm not trying to put too much of my money in. I'm trying to learn it. I don't want to just go in blind, I want to go in with some knowledge. So anyways, I bought some Coca-Cola stocks, and they pay like $4.50 a quarter, or no, a year, $4.50 a year. So like they break it down, so it's like $1 and change a quarter.
Yeah.
So I bought enough shares to where at the end of the year, I'm going to get enough money in the dividends to buy another share.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So, like, that money that I'll get in the dividends will automatically reinvest and buy me one more Coca-Cola share. You know? So
Smart.
then
That's very smart. Yeah.
next year, I just got myself another $4 because...
Well, 2, because you could get both of those shares to...
Yeah, if I buy enough throughout the year, like, you got 50 extra bucks, buy a fucking share of Coca-Cola, bro. It's going to make you $4 a year.
Mm-hmm.
You know? In 10 years...
You
that
made
just
your $50 back.
Well,
in a way.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, so like, right now, and that's in my IRA. I can't touch my IRA till I'm like 65.
Nice.
Bro, that's 31 years.
Mm.
You know? So I'm doing a little bit of trading in my IRA. And once I get certain things to certain price targets, I'll sell it and I'll buy a stock that gives me a dividend.
Nice.
So that I'm just going to try to let my money make money.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That's what this dude says. Like, have your money make money. Passive income. So, like, you wake up in the morning and you made $50, you know, because all of your stocks paid you a dividend that day. So, like, you didn't even do nothing. You got money.
Mm-hmm.
So, by this dude getting like 48 G's a year just for owning the stocks, and that's only one fucking stock, bro.
That's crazy.
That's cool, right? Like, why would you not want to do that?
Yeah.
And most companies, not most, but a lot of companies, their dividend increases every single year. Like Coca-Cola, it's increased, whether it be 1 cent or 25 cents or whatever, it's increased every single year for 50 straight years.
Wow.
So, trends showing me that motherfucker ain't going down.
Mm-hmm.
So why not keep buying them, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do it. You make $50, buy a share. Make $30, buy a share of something. You know, let your money make money. Yeah. And I can't touch it for 31 years or whatever it is.
Oh shit.
I wonder how much money my money can make in 31 years.
Yeah.
You know? I find it a really interesting concept.
I really like the whole thing you're saying about buying a share so that it's enough that the dividend affords you another share, and you can kind of keep that going every year, and you would just continue to acquire.
That's my analytical mind here.
I fuck with that. That's just crazy.
There's a thing, I forget exactly what it's called. It's an acronym, but it's like you can select something to where it like reinvests your money.
Yeah.
You know, so like you can have your dividends go into like a cash account, and then you can buy whatever you want with it. Or as you get paid, like I own some Apple shares. Well, some. I own one.
Me too. I got one Apple share. We out here.
We out here, bro. I made like $11 so far, you know. But I got a dividend for it. It was probably It was probably like 20 cents or some shit. I don't remember exactly, but I have it to automatically reinvest. So I own like 1.003 shares of Apple or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's something you can change in your settings. But.
Yeah, I need to check that out.
Yeah.
There's one thing I want to learn too about like a stop, like a block, like it's a way to like sell before you lose too much.
Stop loss.
Stop loss.
You set a price point to where, like, let's say you bought a share for $4.50, and when you buy a share of a stock, you have to figure, all right, what am I willing to lose, and what am I trying to gain? So let's say it was at like $4 and you bought it, but it's been down to $2. So if it's been there before, it's going to get there again. And let's say it was up to $8. So like, all right, I'm going in saying, buying it for $4. When it gets to $6, I'm going to sell some of them so I make some money.
Mm-hmm.
But if it gets to $3, I'm selling
everything so you don't lose.
So I only lost $1 per share.
Right.
You have to say, what am I willing to lose? So you can set the stop point to where, like, I got 10 shares of this stock, and when the price reaches $3, whatever company you use, it'll automatically sell your stocks.
That's in
TD, Webull, Robinhood, any of that shit.
They all have that.
You can set them up. Yep.
Word, I need to get that.
Anywhere you buy stocks.
Dope,
You
dope.
know? Yeah, so you can set a stop point. But I don't know. How we doing on battery, bro? We doing all right? We got a little bit of time left?
I think we got some time.
All right.
We got
Because
some
I ain't
time.
got shit to do. I don't know about you, but I ain't got no job, bro. It's only like 6 o'clock right now. But I know we wanted to talk about some other shit, but you know us, we just ramble.
Yeah. Tell me about this baseball stuff though, because you had me me going with the
My ass got a random fucking baseball in my truck. I got golf clubs, I got a basketball, I got a soccer ball,
nice.
I got baseball. You know, gotta be prepared. You never know. You know, but yeah, no, we were talking because I got my Puerto Rico WBC hat here because their baseball team is nasty, right? And you said you were gonna try to watch it and learn a little bit about it this year. You know.
Yeah.
We talked about it recently, and how like pitchers can throw the pitches, and they do different things, right?
Yeah.
So it's all a matter of, like, the way you throw it is extremely similar. A fastball compared to a curveball and shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's the way the ball spins that actually, like, it cuts through the air. I guess ultimately it directs the air in a different way. Maybe it's, like, kind of forming, like, a mini fucking vortex or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining. Like,
So
it's
it's
cutting
like,
through.
Yeah, think about it. Like, you know, let's say you get a whole bunch of like hookah smoke, and you put it on the table, and you spin it. It'll move in a certain direction, right?
Yeah.
And if you just go like straight, it's just gonna separate, right? So I guess it's kind of similar to that. Kind of like that's air changing that you can actually see. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like the way you hold the ball, the laces are super important. Like there's one lace that goes all the way around the ball.
Okay.
Right? And that holds the two pieces of the ball together.
I see that.
The leather, right?
Yep, I remember.
So yeah, they're all like hand stitched, and there's so like
crazy.
Like
what is it actually made of inside? I felt like I opened it once and it was padding and a rock.
It's like corky.
Okay.
It's like corky rubbery type of shit. I don't know exactly. This is a little league ball. But they're all relatively similar, you know, and this is leather, right? So you got one lace, but the way that it's shaped allows you to do different things. Like a two-seam fastball, you just hold it over the... So my two fingers are only on two seams, you know? And a four-seam fastball, you switch it. Now I got 1, 2, 3, and 4.
So all now making contact.
Now I'm holding the seams in 4 different spots instead of 2 different spots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that does. I see that.
So like I'm touching this one and this one.
At 4 contact points.
Exactly. So that does something different, right? And a split finger, your fingers are even spread out. So you're not really even holding much of the laces at all. And when you throw that, it drops. For some reason it causes the spin to do a certain thing to where it like just fucking drops to the ground, right? And a knuckleball, you don't actually throw it with your knuckles. You throw it with your fingertips.
So you're like pressing on it?
Yeah, like literally put your fingers on the laces like that.
On this?
Let me see. Yeah, not your knuckles, your fingertips.
On the lace.
On the laces. Like dig them, yeah, like that.
Oh,
you're digging them. And as you're throwing that one, you're kind of like pushing off with your fingers at the same time. And that makes the ball not spin.
Why is that something they want to do?
Because when the ball's not spinning, but it's moving this way, it does this.
Oh, interesting.
It's like a fucking zigzag.
Whoa.
Like, no, I don't. I can show you after, but
yeah.
Look up like Tim Wakefield. He was a knuckleball pitcher for the Red Sox.
Dope.
You know, it's going like 60 miles an hour or 70 miles an hour, and it's just moving all over the place. So you ever see a catcher that's catching a knuckleball pitcher? His catcher's mitt is like twice as big because it's got. You never know where it's gonna go. You know.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's a hard pitch to hit.
It must be hard to throw too.
Yeah, for sure. There's not many guys that throw it. Maybe a handful, 4 or 5 guys. in the whole league that throw them consistently.
Are switching pitches like LeBron switching like a handoff? Like, oh, he just got him with the changeup or with the curve.
I'd imagine like in basketball, they're not really trying to be deceptive, right? Not really. Like I'm gonna go left or I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna fake you out.
Kyrie got the jelly though. He'd be deceptive. He'd be like, or like,
yeah,
like
but like
switching.
I guess when it comes to baseball, if you think about it, like on that aspect, like switching midair, that shit's some hard fucking shit to do, bro.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
But these pitchers, like, if I'm throwing you the ball every single time as a fastball, it's just going straight, bro, and you're gonna smoke it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want to be deceptive, and you want to like throw them different things. You know. So like, you got a 0-0 count, no balls, no strikes. You do whatever the fuck you want. You throw them a screwball.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a curve, but you actually turn the other way. So.
I've seen that. It goes like that. It goes inward over the top.
Yeah. So like me, I'm a righty. I throw a curve, it's gonna curve this way. Throw a fucking screwball, it's gonna curve this way. So it kind of just like fucks up the batter. You know, you're trying to fuck up the batter. You're trying to make him miss. You know.
Whoa.
So yeah, certain counts you throw certain things like 3 balls, no strikes. You're not gonna throw him a fucking knuckleball. You're gonna throw him a fastball because you need to get a strike. You know, but you got no balls, 2 strikes. Throw him whatever you want. You want to make him chase because you know you got the strike zone. You want to throw it out of the strike zone, something that he's not going to be able to hit. Something fucking throw it in the dirt, whatever you got to do. You want it to look like it's coming. So if I'm throwing you a curveball, it's coming at you, and then all of a sudden it's just going to drop out. You know, so you want him to think, oh shit, here it comes. And then boom, it's out. So if he's gonna swing here, but the ball ends up coming across, he misses it totally. You know.
Yeah.
So I guess deception is a huge thing, right?
Whoa, that's trippy.
Yeah, but it's all on how you hold the ball determines what the ball does. Like.
That's really cool.
4 seam, 2 seam.
The seam must have everything to do, and I bet you the fact that it's so like evenly dispersed through the shape also helps. With
I'm sure there's
rotating.
I'm sure there's some technology behind it, you know.
Yeah.
A change up. Pedro Martinez, you know Pedro Martinez, in Dominican.
Yeah. He used to play for the Red Sox.
The Red Sox, yeah. Hall of Fame, Pedro Martinez. Yeah. Man, I was lucky as a kid getting to watch him, but he threw a circle change. So he made a circle with his pointer finger and his thumb.
Yeah.
But a change up, you hold the entire ball. And you throw it exactly like a fastball.
He made the circle change?
No. That was his signature fucking change-up pitch was his circle change. So he's throwing you a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, right? So I'm going to throw you a fucking 4-seam fastball. It's coming off my hands like this, right? And I'm going to throw you a circle change like this. It's coming off my hands the exact same way. But the change-up, since you're holding it with all your fingers, a good changeup is going to be 15 miles an hour less than your fucking fastball.
So some people swing early.
Big time. Because you think it's a fastball. Because 60 feet, 6 inches away, right? That's how far the mound is from the plate. So by the time the pitcher releases it, it's probably about 55 feet, 58 feet. Somewhere in that vicinity. So you have, and they're throwing it 90 miles an hour.
That's what I'm thinking about right now. I'm like, how many seconds? You don't even got a second.
You got like
maybe
milliseconds, I'd imagine. These guys can pick up the spin of a ball. And if they can see that it's going to be a fastball, or they can see that it's going to be a curveball, so they know where the ball is going to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if they're seeing a fastball coming at you, but it's actually a changeup, they're thinking, fuck, I got to hit this shit because it's coming at 90 miles an hour. And they swing, and they're super late. Oh, sorry, super early. Because it's coming at 80 miles an hour instead of 95.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference. especially if I've just thrown you two 90-mile-an-hour fastballs.
You're expecting.
You're all right.
Or you're on the edge too. You're like,
yeah,
you got to be ready to swing quick.
Move up in the box. Put your hands up on the bat a little bit more. Shorten up your swing so the bat can get across quicker. Whatever. You know. I personally, the fastest I've ever hit was 80. Damn. That's just hard. Fucking hard, bro. I played high school.
That's why I want to go to a batting cage.
Yeah, it's cool. We should go, bro.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
I'm with it.
I'm trying to see
what
that feels like.
80 miles an hour. Yeah, it took me probably. My cousin bet me, right? I played up until my sophomore year of high school, so I was on the JV team or whatever. Then I got fat and lazy, and I didn't do anything over the summer. And so when I thought I was going to be on the team, I fucking got cut. But anyways, that was my junior year. So I was going to the batting cages with my cousin. You know, he's a fucking, it's all about winning for him. But anyways, he's like, oh, fucking, you can't hit 80. And I'm like, what do you mean I can't hit 80? Like, it can't be that hard. That shit was hard, bro. But I had to fucking hit it because I was like, yeah, I can do it. So it took me like 5 or 6 pitches, and I finally tipped it, so that my bat went just went under it, and it went behind me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm getting close to my timing. So you had to figure when you see, it's like a mechanical arm that scoops up a ball, and it comes and it's like, and it throws it. So you got to see.
Is it accurate though?
Yeah, it's pretty similar every shot where it's going. So you see, all right, when the ball is here, like
before it's launched,
6 inches before it's released, I have to start my swing because it's coming that fast. Ever like see a highlight of a baseball game when the pitcher pitches and the batter lifted his foot up and didn't swing? That's because he's got to lift his foot up because he's starting his swing. And like halfway through you decide, or a quarter of the way through you decide what you're going to do.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I see it here, I'm like, all right, I got to start my swing. And then so as it's being released, I already got the bat coming down. You know what I mean? I've already started moving in the motion. Because if I wait until I see the ball, I'm going to be super late.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you're almost like kind of conscious up until you got to be like, all right, I'm swinging for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to watch the ball the whole time.
Yeah.
Your bat, you try to just get a motion of how you're going to hit, you know? And you try to follow it, and if you got that hand-eye coordination to where you can move your hands to where your eyes are going. You know what I mean? I'm sure you got something like that when it comes to like playing the keys and shit. You got to have something decent, you know? You can play drums, all that shit. You got to have
there's like an insight to it, like you have a way to read it.
Yeah.
Or even like I know the form of the song, so I know I can go here with the notes.
Mhm.
Cuz I'm like aware of where I could go with it, you know. That's interesting, you know.
Yeah. So anyways, it was like 10 or 11 pitches before I finally figured it out, and I fucking hit it, bro. I was so pumped. And that motherfucker went straight. I was like, yeah.
I definitely need that. I definitely need to hit a batter.
The 80's crazy.
A batting cage.
Yeah. You start at like 30 or 40.
Really?
Decent. Yeah. I could if I haven't tried to throw it really, really hard in a while, but I could probably hit fucking
damn,
60s.
So 80 was tough, and it's not even 90. Some dudes hitting 95, huh?
Some dudes throw, like Aroldis Chapman plays for the Yankees. He throws 105-mile-an-hour fastball. Guy's throwing a fucking rocket ship at you, bro.
Yo, but do the catchers develop like some kind of hand disorder, bro? This shit, just imagine like, pow, something going at your hand for 100 miles.
Yeah, they got like padding, they got batting gloves. You don't catch a ball with your hand. You catch it in the web. But sometimes if your hand's slightly over,
you're gonna feel that.
Yeah.
You feel that little sting.
I'm gonna find you a quick video of Aroldis Chapman throwing a fucking fastball. And see how fast this shit goes, you know. But I mean, in the meantime, We can talk about that Patriots getting their damn stimulus check,
Yo,
bro.
the Pats got the stimulus check too, bro. That's what I heard, yo. I heard Theo Biden gave the Pats
Tio
the
Biden.
Theo Biden gave the Pats the stimulus of a lifetime so that they could re-up their. Is there like receiver corps and running? I don't know much about who they picked, bro. Honestly,
You have to.
I know I like the Algo. I don't know his last name.
Aguilar.
Aguilar.
Yeah.
I know he was a problem.
Yeah, he's nice. But well, free agency is basically like you're under a contract.
Mm-hmm.
When your contract's up, you're free to sign with anybody you want. You know what I mean? And if you do really good, people are gonna pay you a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So in free agency, there's certain time periods. Like yesterday was the first day that the legal tampering could happen. That's when you can tamper with somebody's contract saying, hey, you're going to be a free agent next week. You can sign with us. So, like, technically they signed all these guys, but none of these guys can physically sign
Until next week. Whoa.
Yeah. Or it's either next week or it's the end of this week. One of the two.
Interesting.
Yeah, so, like, you have to get all players, from punters to quarterbacks and wide receivers, tight ends, guards, tackles, centers, linebackers, safeties, anybody. So you have to address your position needs, you know? And I don't know how many people pay attention to the Pats, but Pats ain't had a good wide receiving core in some serious fucking time, you know?
Yeah.
So the Pats went out and they got Nelson Aguilar from the Raiders, who used to play for Philly when we beat them in the Super Bowl. I don't know if people remember. Oh, no. They beat us. We beat them in like 04.
That's why I remember that name, man. I was annoyed.
Yeah, they beat us. And they got Kendrick Bourne from San Francisco. It's pretty good too. And then they ended up getting Hunter Henry today and Jonnu Smith. They were the top two available tight ends. Like the top two free agent tight ends in football, and we signed both of them.
Nice.
So the Pats spent somewhere close to like $100 million in guaranteed money. So no matter what, all
their money.
8 of those players that the Pats signed between yesterday and today get that money. But some of them are like 4 years, $50 million, 3 years, $50 million.
Oh, I see. So guaranteed money means they get the bag right there, and then they have a little extra for the rest.
They're guaranteed throughout their contract that if they signed let's say they signed a $50 million, and they signed a guaranteed $21 million. Over the course of those 4 years, whether they get cut or whether they get hurt or whatever, well, if there's an injury clause, but if they get cut or they get traded or whatever, they are still guaranteed that money, no matter what, you know?
That's cool.
So, yeah, baseball isn't all guaranteed. Everything. Every fucking penny of baseball money is guaranteed. And baseball doesn't have a cap. They have a luxury tax. So you spend a certain amount of money in baseball, and you have to pay taxes. Like, that's why the Dodgers got so many of these studs, bro. That's why they pay everybody gajillion dollars. Mookie Betts gets like $350 million, you know. But in football, I don't know what it is, but there's a cap. So that's
crazy.
There's a minimum amount that you have to spend, that you have to have on your payroll for that season, and there's a maximum that you can have. And the Pats had like the third most available. It was like 50. Honestly, it was like 50-something million, $50 or $60 million available this year. So they could sign 10 guys at $6 million for this season. Or they could sign one guy at $60 million for the season. You know what I mean? But this is a time where, like, you address all your needs. Dope. And they clearly needed offensive firepower, wide receivers, tight ends.
And they got Cam.
Most people don't like Cam, but
I think Cam. I think they just got to give him time, yo. People want something awesome, amazing right away.
Yeah, because
they want that microwave life.
Because we've been we've been spoiled for so long.
Yeah.
You know. But I mean, I think we just gotta wait and see what happens, man. I think people's expectations are, we had Tom Brady for 19 seasons. The next guy that comes in needs to be Tom Brady. But you can't expect that, bro. You know, it's just not realistic, bro. It really isn't. And some people just don't get it. You know, but yeah, man, that was fucking some good moves that the Pats made, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty excited. And then the NFL draft happens in April. I think it's April, the end of April. That's when every team drafts college players.
Oh, I know. I've seen that.
That's pretty cool. But a lot of trading goes on then. Like, Patriots have the 15th pick in the draft. Are they going to draft somebody? Or are they going to get rid of it? You know, they'll trade the draft pick for a quarterback. You never know.
Yeah, true. But yeah, man.
It's interesting, but yeah, good shit, bro.
Good shit today.
Yeah. We're gonna try to get Kenny on here soon, man.
Yeah, we'll get Kenny up in here. I know Jesse Piff is gonna come by. He's releasing a project in April, sorry. So
yeah, I heard I listened to one of his tracks recently. Was it like 30,000
feet up?
Yeah, bro.
Or 30,000 feet in the air. Yeah, he's dope. His other project, it seems like that project is like it shows like a party side of him, like a turn up side, and then this project he's releasing next is like, it's a little bit deeper. He's talking about like himself like leveling up to the critics, you know what I'm saying? Like people that might criticize him or even just view him as one type of rapper and not seeing these other dimensions of him, you know? So like that's kind of the direction he's going with it, and I think it's showing like a whole other side lyrically, because he's not trying to entertain you, he's trying to speak to you.
He's nice with his lyrics.
Yeah. He's been super dope.
You got some production on some of his songs or what?
I got a collabo. I sang a hook on one of them. I thought it was dope. It's called Death Diving. I didn't even know what death diving was. Did you know what that shit is?
I don't know what it is.
It's like these people that...
You're just like jumping off a cliff or something?
It's like well, I guess they made it into a sport, but it's basically jumping off an edge into a pool.
Oh,
and they just do a crazy shit.
Yeah, matter of fact, I watched that shit because tomorrow is like a year that everything got shut down, right?
Yeah.
So we had no sports, so they were showing all some crazy shit on ESPN. Yeah, death diving. They're like jump off and they do all
crazy
this weird shit.
things. Yeah. So,
yeah, that's crazy.
So that's the name of the song, and it's really like about. I love because when he was like putting the lyrics out, it just hit me in the sense that, you know, you got this whole like grind, and sometimes you just gotta take a leap, take a chance, try something new, try a new song, or like just death dive into what you believe in, or believe in yourself, and death dive into that experience.
That's dope,
you know?
bro.
So like it got me inspired, and he's got some pretty dope joints there. Like I just really like his delivery and like his voice. It's very captivating. You know?
Right. Yeah, this state, man. Just Rhode Island. They don't.
Yeah.
Man, there's so much good shit, good talent out there. They're just so under the fucking radar.
Yeah, bro.
You know.
And it won't be for long. It's like the tides are changing, and it feels right. And it's like, you know, I'm excited to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many. There's so many like elements to what we can offer as a region, like up here. You know what I'm saying? And I think Providence is special, bro. I think we have.
It's a cool little
eclectic,
city.
modern, contemporary shit that's super dope, but also unique and has substance. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of substance in the music that comes out of this area.
Yeah, we've seen some dudes. The first show that we played, Flawless was the headliner.
Bruh.
And Flawless is fucking putting on for the city. And matter of fact, before we went to one of those shows, it might even have been that show, we stopped to see Randolph, and Messy Ty was there.
And
he just put something out too, right? Something big just happened with him.
He was on BET.
BET, that's
His
right.
His video aired on BET, and he was at an event for the All-Star game. He was performing with, I think Damn, I want to say it was Jadakiss, but I'm not entirely sure. There was an event, that was happening in Atlanta during the NBA All-Star game. Yeah, man, people are making serious noise.
Couple dudes from the city, man.
Yeah, bro.
Staying with the city, though. Staying loyal to the city.
Staying loyal, that's what it is, man. So I'm excited that it's all happening.
Hell yeah.
This whole thing I'm releasing too. I just feel like it's just that too. We're making a statement, you know what I mean? As a region.
That's right.
Come fuck with us, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you tuning in.
Yeah, for real. Thank you. Share this shit, man.
Share this shit if you like if you listen to this and you're here with us right at this very moment. Share it, bro.
Yeah,
you know
facts.
I'm gonna try and go in on the editing and give some at the beginning, especially with the
little baseball
things. I'll put little images so people can be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? See what I saw, because that's wild.
Yeah,
that's cool, man. It's like very different shit.
You gotta put a picture of Tio Biden.
Tio Biden, what they call Moneybag Joe. Boy came through.
Yeah, man. Yo, y'all be smart with your damn stimulus, man.
Yeah, facts.
Don't be on buying shit. Invest your money. Buy your girl something nice. Don't be buying no fucking Louis Vuitton bag, though. That's your whole stimmy.
Yeah. Don't do that to yourself.
Pair of Air Forces or
You've been waiting so long for this. It better be something that makes you money back.
Yeah, and buy shit in the United States, too, man. Because that's what this is supposed to be for, to stimulate the economy.
Yeah. Buy local.
Yeah.
Buy something local.
Small businesses, man.
Yes.
Like Oasis Music Studio.
Thank you.
Secret plugs. Anyways, yo, peace. Thank y'all.
God bless. Y'all be safe.